Mike's size.
You want a chair?
I really do want a chair, to be honest with you. No, I don't. I'm good. I really want a chair. I'm going to remind myself what I just told our team to never, ever, ever take for granted a victory. There's a lot of things that happen that put that victory in jeopardy. But due to us playing as a team, we figured out a way to win. And it's hard to win. BYU's a heck of a football team. They're exactly who we thought they were. They're physical. They're mature. They don't make a lot of mistakes. They keep battling. For the 2-3 decades that I've been watching them, the one thing that I knew about them, just because of their makeup, is they never quit, ever. They never quit. We used to show when they beat SMU, they were down by, in a bowl game a long time ago, they were down by about 30-some points, and they came back and they won. This is way back Jim McMahon days. I can talk about how much respect I have for their program now. So I knew they wouldn't quit, and we talked about it all day long, all week long, and sure enough, those guys kept playing. Now, made a lot of mistakes. Our field position continues to be a huge issue. Special teams are not carrying their weight right now. That will get addressed. We will focus hard on it. If I need to put starters on there, I will. We will address that. Third down defense was not good enough. Offensively, we have a chance to seal it, and I can't explain what happened. The one thing that happened at the end of the game is something that Tyler and our All-American center, Tyler, and our senior starting quarterback had miscommunication, and obviously that can never happen, but not in that situation, for sure not in that situation. So the good news is we can address all this stuff while we're sitting here at 3-0 and get some things corrected. We play a very similar team, the one that we just played next week. So we got to get a lot of these things corrected, special teams wise. We got to do a better job against what's going to be a very similar team in Kansas State. So with that, take some questions.
Coach, when you kind of look at their passing numbers in the fourth quarter, it was kind of a classic case of the bend but don't break kind of situation. But when you kind of look at those numbers, people will say this or that. When you throw in the turnovers, is it kind of hard to point fingers at the secondary at all?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's some pass rush things that didn't exist either. We got to get to the quarterback. We got to hold up. We started wearing down. Those guys are competitors. I mean, that Taysom Hill has been doing this for a decade at this level. and we knew he was going to continue to do that. The rapport that he's going to have with these receivers as you watch the rest of the season is going to continue to get better and better. He's got some new bodies out there. Those guys are trying to figure things out. This is week 4 for them, and they should be getting better at it. So it doesn't surprise us. Nothing really happened that surprised us. They're a good football team, and they're going to win a lot of games. 1-3 for them is a shame, but they're going to win a lot of games.
Did you sense the mood on the sideline changed at all when you went up 35-19?
I did. I already told them. I said, look, we can get excited about being up 16 points if we want to, but by no means is this thing over. I told offense that, had Al and Sean Walters right there with the defensive guys saying this is a huge opportunity to go out there and stop them, and we didn't. That's and then offense got the ball back and had a chance to go do something. We 3 and out. So it's a whole team thing, and like I said, it's encouraging to be able to address some of these things when you're 3-0, as opposed to losing a game like this and trying to address it after that.
Hey, you talked about the receiving game a bit. It looked like Scholar went to a lot of different guys.
Was good to see Javon get going early. He touched the ball a little bit early. Shelton continues to be a strong force. I believe in Karan. We dropped the ball. It's going to happen periodically. I don't think that's a very opportune time to do it when you're trying to seal the game, but I got a lot of confidence in him, and I came right back to him, and if he wouldn't have got tripped up, he would have caught it, and the game would have been over. DeKeel, I don't know what his numbers were, but continues to be a guy that we rely on, and those backs are getting involved in the passing game as well. You saw Crawford make a couple of plays. Saw Kennedy make a couple of plays in the passing game. Those guys are threats, and we'll continue to develop those guys.
Dana, what happened on your fumble at the goal line? Was it a rush snap?
We froze them. It's something we do a lot. We froze them. They were starting to blitz our motions. I figured we could freeze them, and they would jump gaps. They didn't blitz on that one. So Skyler went up to get a play called, and T.O. thought that they jumped, and so he snapped it. I mean, it's miscommunication. It can't happen. It's an easy fix. They've done it 100 times. Same thing happened against Kansas State a few years ago. Anytime you freeze people, then you got to do a better job of taking care of the ball. It's on me. I put the call in there. They know what they did wrong, and they know how to fix it. For what it's worth, we did it down on the goal line in the first drive, and it worked. Yeah. And we should have thrown a touchdown pass, but there was a collision up front. So it's something we've done a lot.
The interception, the end that Nana got the hand in maybe as big as the actual interception itself. Just talk to how big that play was.
Clearly it was big. Clearly it was big. It sealed the game. I thought Nana went in there. He made a play in the backfield too. So we were in our nickel package, and he's one of the corners that goes in. 5th-year guy, been around here for a long time. He's about the only one that actually played here in 2012. So he's been around for a long time. It was good to see him make that play. And then get that tipped up ball that Maurice was able to secure.
Is something about the rushing defense something you're to work on this week?
Yeah.
270 yards.
Not good.
That's not good.
Not good. I don't know what the yards per play is, but we got some things that we got to work on. One of the things that we've done a decent job of is rushing defense, and weren't good at it tonight. That back's good. Jamal Williams is the all-time leading BYU rusher. If he's not, he's awful close. He's a good player. He'll be playing.
Hey, it's Chris Seidel from Hermiton Radio in Baltimore. 500 yards against a Notre Dame defense that wasn't the greatest defense. Is that something you are happy about? And 2, is the key to the win was that kickoff return by Wilson in the first quarter? Because you guys were down 14-0. And, that kickoff was return for the touchdown. I think that turned everything our way.
Yeah, there's no question that was a huge play in the game. Our captains recognized Sean for that play today in our team meeting. Great individual effort on his part for the most part. And then our team just continued to play, obviously, as well. So the balance of what we did offensively was the best part. We had explosives, but we had 24 first downs. We ran for over 200 yards. We threw for almost 300 yards, and we threw effectively, so with good percentage. So, yes, we were pleased with our offense, and certainly the best game we've played. And, again, we've got the hope that we build going forward. We're going to play a lot of good teams each week now, so something we can build off of.
And something you can take a look back on, is this your biggest win in your career as a coach? Because I know you've been all around, Ole Miss and Tennessee and all that stuff. Is this the biggest win in your career?
Well, right now it is, because it has such an impact. It's hard to measure the length of years I have, and all due respect to all other teams and players, but that was really, really special, because it's on the biggest stage in the history of college football, and it was a group of great young men battling. So that combination made it pretty special.
Thanks, Dave.
Hey, talk about Jackson, because I know last year you played him in Louisville. He was not a non-factor, and now he is literally a factor. How do you get him contained? Because I know Florida State tried and failed, and everybody else has been having a hard time, controlling him.
Yeah. But we're not going to lay out our game plan, but everybody's having a hard time for the same reason, and that's he's a great player. I mean, he's special. Definitely an elite guy, and he's probably been the best player in the country. This
hold this guy down.
And talk about that safety you got. You know, it was an interception. It was tipped by Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech fell on it. You guys were called for. You got a safety. Explain what happened.
Yeah, that's like I told Sean. That'll be the best interception of his life right there. Throw an interception and get 2 points, and then go get another touchdown out of it. Got 9 points off the interception. So that was crazy. But just we're on the same page. Mike was running an out cut, and Sean's throwing the fade route, and so just a miscommunication there, and led to an interception. That's what happens when you're not on the same page. And but good effort by Mike to immediately respond and go try to get the guy down, and kind of a fluky thing. Their guy hit him, and the ball comes out. So it's they recovered it, but it's a safety because he had possession and came out of the end zone. So it was definitely. I've never been a part of that before. That was the first one.
Against Texas A&M next week, what type of quarterback is Knight, and how are you going to control him?
Well, he's obviously a guy that's a really good athlete. He has a very good command in what they're doing with the RPOs and things. They're extremely talented outside, probably as talented a group in college football at the receiver position. A&M and Ole Miss together would probably be the two groups that you look at. They have a little bit of the wow factor outside. They did a nice job with the run game. And he's a guy that's hurt people with his legs. And the little tape that I've watched really hurt Arkansas and Auburn in some rundown situations. Some RPOs, they really stretch the defense horizontally as well as vertically and create some issues. But he's an experienced guy. He starts at Oklahoma, played extremely well there. So he's been on this stage before.